We are a chosen generation, called for to show His excellence. All I require in life, God has given me. I know who I am. I know who God says I am, where He says I am, what He says I am. I'm walking in power, I'm walking in miracle. I live a life of favor. I know who I am. I know who I am. I'm living in power. I'm living in miracle. I live a life of favor. I know who I am. Hello everyone. Today is driving video. Let me just start setting off and then we can talk, because today's video is a driving one. I just want us to talk. There's a lot of issues that just came to mind, and I thought, let me start the car first. What's going on? Okay, yeah. So I just want to start driving, and then we can talk as I drive along to go and get something quickly from the shop. Yes, I was just posted a video about this 26-year-old girl, and I gave some advice, and then I also came across some young people. I don't think they're teenagers though. I think maybe they're in their early 20s, and I came across videos that they make talking about things that their parents, their African parents, are doing that they don't like, and I could identify with that. I hope you can see me clearly. It's month of January here in UK, but for some reason we have a little bit of sunshine today. So even though there's sunshine, there's still snow some other places. There's still snow some other places, so it's still very, very cold, as you can imagine, for this time of the year. But anyway, the sun is there out there, and it's just lovely day today. But when I listen to this, yes, I was saying, when I listen to these young people, I think they may be either late teens or early 20s. They're quite young, saying things that their African parents did or are doing that they don't like. I'm like, that's something for us to actually talk about and learn, because I'm part of it. I'm a culprit as well. I'm an African mom and raised up children here in UK. It was quite difficult in those days to really remove my African heart and or try to meet them halfway. And there are all these mistakes that these children I was listening to, hold on, yeah, all these mistakes that they listed, actually I made some of those mistakes, or we as parents made some of those mistakes. And they're talking about how they're being punished, the punishment. Sorry, I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at on the road, because I'm the one driving. Yeah, and what are the worst punishments they've been given, and things like that, and the fact that those punishments did not actually make them good people, because they are just like punishing them. Sometimes they're saying, oh, we don't even know what they're punishing us for. I'll be asked to come here, do this, do that, why did you do this? And that before they even open their mouth to explain, their parents will start beating them. So, and they're just not sure why they're being beaten, and if they ask questions, sometimes they'll just be told, yeah, because of this thing or this thing you do, you don't do that, and they won't tell them why they won't do that, or why is it a problem. But they'll just flog them and let them shut up, go away, you don't need to talk. So these children were saying things like this. I'm like, wow, this is something that really need to come up, because they are quite young children. So if it's like people my age, I would say when we grew up, in those years ago, that's how we are brought up, flogging this and then shut up, sit down, some of the parents at that time. But this day and age, I wouldn't expect something like that happening. But hearing it from these children, I thought, okay, it's something that actually need to be addressed. And they also mentioned that their parents are never wrong. They think they're never wrong. They can be late for things, but for them, their children, they are not allowed to be late. They are not allowed to do those things that their parents actually do, that the children know that it's wrong, and the parents know it's wrong. They do it, and they won't bother, and the children do it, and they are frowned at. Oh dear, it's sunshine. Yeah. So things like that they will, sometimes their parents actually will tell lies in front of them, and then they tell them not to tell lies, and these children are like, we are just confused. One minute you're telling us not to tell lies, and the next minute you are telling loads of lies to your friends over the phone, telling them who you are not and what you are not doing and stuff like that. So this actually taught me to speak to us parents, if we are in that situation where we have to lie in front of our children, because they brought it up themselves. It was a discussion that they're all discussing and talking about things their parents did, and this came up, and I'm like, wow, for them to say these things means that actually it's a big issue for them. So I thought I'll bring it out here so that we all learn, we parents, what we are doing in front of our children. We have to be very, very careful. Also, they mention things like their parents not allowing them to do certain things or to go certain places, but they cannot explain the reason why they are saying what they're saying. So these are the things the children want to be. They want to be engaged. They want to know why we are telling them not to do something. They really want to know. They also have the fact that we parents sometimes embarrass them in front of their friends or in front of other people. We embarrass them by the way we talk or what we say to them or the way we behave or comport ourselves. They don't like that. They also mention some things like shouting. Now, instead of talking to them, that they are not deaf, why are we shouting at them when we talk? That we should speak to them one-on-one. That they say, oh, I'll be in front of my mom and she'll be shouting as if I was in outside the door in the street. So they don't like that kind of shouting. And parents, maybe sometimes we think that if we shout, it carries more weight. But actually, these children don't like it. We don't have to shout at them. We should talk to them, no matter their age, even if they are 5, 2, just talk to them gently instead of shouting at them. They don't like that. And the other thing they said is, they mentioned things like comparing them with others. Oh, look at your mates, this and that. They don't like that because they say that it actually makes them feel bad and brings their morale low and makes them even not to try, because you think that, well, after all, they're going to compare me with my friends. What's the point in trying? So it's not actually helping them. That's what I got from their discussion, that we should stop comparison, because I've said that in my video before, but I'm reiterating it because it came up in this children's discussion that I was listening to. So, and yes, that's a car coming. Let me just clear a little bit. So what am I saying? So they mentioned that about embarrassment, telling lies, shouting at them, and not explaining the reason why. When we say no to something, we don't explain the reason. We just say, because I say so. That's not good enough. And because I say so is not an answer. You need to give them an answer, because they grow up like that. And also they mentioned not showing them affection, that they've never heard their parents say, oh, I love you, or this and that. That they actually know that their parents love them, but they want it to be said, that it's never said. So we African parents, we have to do better. Tell our children that we love them, affirm them in front of them, and not always, the only time they'll hear from us is when they've done something wrong that we are going to tell them off. That's when they hear from us. But when they really do something good, we will not affirm them, we will not tell them we love them, we will not encourage them. They're saying that things like that, they don't like it. And what else would they say? Yes, they also mention things like using abusive words on them, telling them how stupid they are, how silly they are, that they come back from school sometimes, report to their parents that the teacher or something, or somebody says something like this to them, and the parents or the mom in particular will say yes, or if both parents, sometimes it's the father as well, will say to them, oh, I'm in traffic light now, let me stop a bit. Yeah, they'll say to them, well, your teacher is right. I've always said that to you. You are a stupid boy or girl, or you're this. You never amount to anything. You're just dumb. You're this, you're that. And they will even pile more abuse on top of the ones that teacher already gave them while they were in school. So the children feel that what's the point in talking to you? They will not say anything to you, because they know that you're going to support the teacher and abuse them more. I know maybe when they report that the teacher did something, if it's something to do with their education, or they think that the teacher is asking them to do too much work in their studies, maybe that's something different. But when they start talking them down and telling them how stupid they are, if that does happen, I don't know if that will not happen over here in diaspora, but if it happens, if it does happen in other parts of the world, then it's not something that you have to encourage. You must say to the child, just say opposite of whatever was said to them. Tell them how good they are. Tell them that they are your child, your son or daughter, and they can never be stupid. They can never be silly or something, things like that. Just cancel what the other person said. And then we parents, we do not say such things ourselves to our children. That's what we say with our mouth. There's a big power in what we say. So we must be careful the type of things we say to our children. So I think these are the things that, if I can remember any other thing that they mentioned, no, I think that's more or less what they said, about punishment as well, the type of equipment, sometimes belts, sometimes a wooden spoon, sometimes the back of their shoe that is so sharp, they use that to, hit them when they've done something wrong. That again is a no, because it's not the answer. It's not really, hasn't taught the child anything, hitting them or flogging them hasn't really taught them anything. So anyway, these are the things that the children mentioned, and I thought I'll bring it here and for us to discuss. And another thing they mentioned is to stop mollycoddling them too much, following them everywhere, or you want to do things for them, you want to buy this for them, you want to get that for them. Some of them are saying that yes, it's all well and good to do that for them, but when they get to a certain age, they want to be able to be left alone to make decision about what they want or what they are doing, and not for the parents to be always mollycoddling them and making in that case making them feel that they're not grown up enough to do things or to take a decision. So, and that means they will grow up not being confident adults, because things are always done for them by their parents. Sometimes just leave them to make you've already brought them up, show them these things, let them go out there. If they make mistake, they'll come back and speak to you, provided you are the kind of parent that gives your children the chance to talk to you, that they are not afraid of you. So when they go out there and there's mistake or there's anything, they thought there's no point telling my parents, because all I'll get is a mouthful of further abuse, so that is not good. So it's very, very important that our children actually feel very comfortable and able to tell us things, and let us lead them to grow up, do things for themselves, and then under our guidance. So I thought, since I picked these things up from those young people, I thought I'll bring it to the house while I'm almost near the shop now. So I'm going to stop this video here, but these are the things I thought I'll bring out for us to know, that these are the things we are doing that our children don't like, and they would like us to do better. Okay, then I'm almost near where I'm going, and thank you so much. I will see you again in my next video. Okay then, thank you and God bless. Goodbye.